There was a tribe of people with the power to see EM waves, the Mu. The special power of Mu was the object of fear from other people of the world who sought to drive them out. Their search led them to Earth's end, and there they found a great being, the source of all EM waves. The great being first gave the Mu language. The Mu used this language to control EM waves and created a prosperous civilization. The Mu people got their power to manipulate EM waves from the great being. The Mu technology for materializing EM waves allowed their civilization to advance, and for a time lived in peace. One day, invaders appeared in the Mu's land, Earth's end, and tried to drive out the people of Mu. After the appearance of the invaders, the Mu were divided into those who embraced war and those who rejected it. Humans who rejected war forsook their land and scattered across the earth, and those who embraced war used the power of the EM waves to raise the land into the sky. Those Mu who left Earth used EM waves to wipe out the invaders. The Mu in the sky conquered all of the people on the ground and ruled the earth. Lemu. It is said to be the god of EM waves, ruler of the continent of Mu, but then fell to a deep slumber after the Mu's people's destruction, the precursor to ruins. But then it was reawakened by Lady Vega with the powers of the old parts. Speaking of which, Lady Vega, at least she is no king from Starforce 3. She is more of a sympathetic villain. She was raised in the Tanabata kingdom that was in full corruption and in wars, and she decided to become a scientist so she could leave the kingdom. Later, she fell in love with Altair, but then died in the war. This drives her mad and start on creating a plan on raising the continent of Mu and use the power of Lemu to take over the foolish. She then tries to recreate her deceased lover, but then he was not the same Altair she knew. Thus Hollow was created, the very first wizard. Later, after Lemu's defeat, it is revealed that her primary motive was to bring her lover back to life. I am not going to talk more about it because the game is about to drop all of her backstory and more little flavor text here and there. I want to like Vega more as an antagonist. It's just the execution, because it's like there's really no build up. Like they just dump all of this back story before the final boss. So it's like, I mean, again, she's no king because King is more of a Scooby-Doo villain comparing to it. So I don't know. Like they could have, like I don't know what it comes with this story. It's like they could have done it better, I should say. Although, fun fact, the War of Vega and Altair. So there's a festival which is known as in Japan known as the Tanabata Star Festival, which is it's a Japanese celebration that celebrates the meeting of the deity Orihime and Hikoboshi that are represented by the stars of Vega and Altair respectively. According to the legend, the Milky Way separates the lovers and are allowed to meet once a year. The first festivities begins on the 7th of July, and is held various days between July and August. So it's like you can see the little correlation between the two. I do like that. It's pretty cool. Although back to Lemu, so I don't know. I guess you can call it like a fan theory, I guess. So my thing about the precursor of Ruin event, it has to do with Lemu's influence, or you can call it unquote curse. The events are also the thing. There's a. I'm saying that because the events also this event is what they said that it says that that wiped out the three main tribes that are on the continent of Mu. And I guess you can say it's actually sort of backed up because the events are also happening on the people back on Earth as they fight each other as to who will be part of the Neon Mu Empire and how their brother bands are breaking, and the social credit. I mean, sorry, link power dropping to 0. There isn't much. Uh, so there's that. There isn't much to where who made the Lemu, or where it came from. There been sort of like a speculations, like fan theories about how there was an event that happened in Battle Network, because this is what this is on the universe on Battle Network. All of these this game, the series. But then it's like there's some plot holes of why it is not like this being was not it didn't occur or wasn't created during that time on the Battle Network series. So yeah, I don't got much to add on. The only thing is also common question is like why this powerful EM being will do this to the Mu people. So there's also that other big question. Speaking of the Mu people, so they said that it was divided. There were 3 tribes that existed along with it, which is Circer, Ninja, and Saurian. Like I can see Circer and Ninja being coexisting one another, but then there is Saurian, which is there were just nothing but dinosaurs. It's like you have these warriors wielding these giant swords, and then we got all these ninjas. But then you have dinosaurs. I may have brought this out. I brought this episodes ago during the museum incident. So my thing about the Saurians is like, I want to say perhaps humans and dinosaur coexisting at some point before Circer and Ninja was a thing. But then the dinosaurs were wiped out while the humans were saved with their advanced EM technology somehow. I want to say something like that. But then it's like, even if I break, even with that statement, it's like, why didn't they at least bother saving the dinosaurs or something like that? I don't know. I guess they were just so self-absorbed about themselves and their culture. It's like, we don't need these guys. But then it's like, after they were like, maybe these creatures were pretty impressive. Let's make a culture around them. I mean, this isn't the first time. Like, if we take it on like in the real world, there are civilizations that they take influence out around animals. The animals around them. I mean, look at the Egyptian civilization. They have the god Ra, which is represented like a bird, and then you have Anubis, who's represented by a jackal, I want to say, or like a dog, or like some sort of canine. Mostly they say it's a jackal. You know. So I can see that how that part of like that last statement that I said is like, I can see how that could influence the rise of the Saurians. Oh my god, I'm thinking way too much on this little lore of this game. It's just funny because it's like all of this is just dropped on Starforce. So it's like there's no influence of it whatsoever. I mean, it ends anyways. It ends and there's nothing more to it anymore. I think there's some flavor text brought up in Starforce 3 that mentions about Starforce 2. But it's like they make it look like it's like this game never happened. Speaking of the world Lemu, so the world Lemu may derive from the world Lemuria, which is a theorized ancient continent that's sunk in the Indian Ocean, which is, I guess, is fitting because all of this is just based on the concept of Mu, which is supposed to be like this ancient civilization that existed as one before it broke down and making all of these other smaller civilizations throughout the world. As for its design, though, it kind of ended up growing into me a little bit more. Like, they did a great job on they did a good job on the design. It's a very intimidating figure, and you know what? It actually reminds me of the sword of the of the Gold Ranger from Power Rangers Zeo, which is like they're both like these battling fortress. And if the antennas are all over in his head and shoulder does not say an ancient EM beam or like a fortress or the many rings that emits around the head, I don't know what would. Oh, some fun trivia though. While deciding the final boss, the director mentioned Ishihara, who was the art director, when about making Lemu the big daddy of all star carriers in quotes. So there's some reminiscence on the design. So the black part on his chest and the metal ribbons that holds it were his attempts of making him look like almost like a star carrier. Now you can't unsee that. Oh, speaking of which, let's talk about his attacks and abilities. So think about this last boss. It has something first called I guess they call it shell protection. So at the start of the battle, in order to deal damage to Lemu, the player needs to deal enough damage to destroy the shell and reveal its core. And then Lemu will start moving side to side. Come on, let's do the Mario. And the other way to deal damage to it is in its core. And then he has two major abilities, which is super armors. Like you may know, the boss cannot flinch. And then there's the status guard, which cannot be frozen, it cannot be bubbled, it cannot be paralyzed. So that's what status guard is. And then for his main attacks, so it has the materialized drill. So he summons drills and fires at the player. He starts shooting 2 of them before the shell is broken, and then after it will start shooting 4 of them. You cannot block this attack. So and then got something called the materialized Big Vulcan. So its arm becomes like Vulcan guns, and then fires multiple times on the player's current position. And then materialized blade. So Lemu's gonna summon more Morians that attacks the player's current position, either with an attack of a laser or a sword. The attack depends on the color of the Morian. So red being fire, blue water, yellow electric, green wood, and purple being normal. And then it has another one which is called the EM Vortex. So Lemu summons a vortex on the player's row. If the player steps on it, it will drain your HP. And then we got Thunder of Mu. So Lemu charges and fires a laser that covers the entire battlefield. You can only block this attack. Although I am not sure if you get caught by this attack and you shield after, you take reduced damage. I would like to say. I put all of this on this part of the video because I'm not gonna say a lot more afterwards. I do say my little final thoughts on it during the boss fight and then after during the credits. So I add this here instead. Well, all I want to say is let's get to the final boss, Lemu. Here we are. We're on almost to the second phase of Lemu. I'm sorry. I actually wanted to hear the little soundtrack. I will say, as much as this soundtrack, I want to say it was probably, I want to say the best way to describe it is like I wanted to like the soundtrack more, because I actually like the Starforce one instead than this one. But here's the infamous Lemu fight. So as if you saw correctly in the first fight, in the first right at the start, is that first you actually have to get rid of like a shield first. You have to deal a certain amount of damage, and then we get to this second phase where he's just bouncing around, and the only time you can actually hit him is when he reveals the O part. Let's get some little heals here real quick. That move is actually kind of deceptively hard to dodge. It's like I always think it's gonna come a little bit earlier than usual. You can block that. It's a good thing I actually came in, did it in time. Let's get a mega car here real quick. No. Actually, let's just use this. This should be it. Hammer. That's so satisfying to land. But there it is. There's Lemu. Moo. No, not Lemu. He's a god. I did it. Ugh. I have no choice now. What are you doing? Lemu, I ask you to use the last of your power to smash Mu into the earth below. You can't. Meanwhile, right? We're still here. Ha! Staring contest. Fighting you has grown tiresome. Time to finish this. I will defeat you. Huh? Lady Vega. I must continue our fight at a later time. What? Now he's stuck down here? What's going on outside? Moo. Mighty Lemu, are you ready to end it here? Moo. What are you doing? After Mu smashed into the earth below, I'll use the remaining energy to blow it up. This continent is nothing more than a giant bomb now. If you do that, what will it accomplish? If I cannot realize my goal, then the least I can do is rid of the world of all of its foolish people. It doesn't matter that it will cost my life. Don't give up, kid. If she's serious, then that big hunk of junk is the power source. We gotta destroy him before we crash. That's the only way we can stop it. Alright? I'll destroy him. You will not interfere with Lady Vega's plan. Oh no. I apologize for being delayed. Ah, Hollow, you come just in time. Destroy this whelp. Crikey, we don't have time to take this guy down. Yeah! Huh? It's a person. I don't think so. It's an EM wave. This guy's a matter wave. You figure it out. I'll let you in on a little secret, but they never figure out anything. They just know it was just a person. Nothing more. Hollow. He was the first matter wave ever created. The first in the world? Hold up. Then everything Zack was saying is true. He said you made the first matter wave, but it was a person? Yes, that person was the precious thing that was taken from me. Everything was set into motion the moment I lost him. I had a friend I knew since childhood. His name was Altair. Altair excelled at everything he did since he was a kid. Everyone said that he was gifted. I wanted to be just like Altair. I loved him, and he loved me. And we were very happy together until he went away and never came back. In other words, he got killed during the wars. It was foolish because some fool started a war that he was forced to fight. I was filled with a sadness that wouldn't abate. Then I hit upon the notion that there might be a way to bring Altair back. Bring him back? Bringing him back requires an artificial means, and that's when I decided to pursue a career in science. After some time, I finally succeeded. I could reproduce Altair as an EM wave. Another scientist used my research, and that's how matter waves were invented. Okay, so what you're saying is you created matter wave to make people? Yes. Unfortunately, that too ended in a failure. How? He's an exact physical copy of Altair, but he lacks all the memories of the original. All I created is a loyal servant, a matter wave that will do whatever I say. I gave up then, and I forced myself to give up, but it's a failure. I knew that I would tell myself that, but I couldn't let him go. I knew he was just a matter wave, but he looked like Altair. I thought he would somehow gain those lost memories. I thought he would talk to me like Altair there. And I never gave up hoping that, dreaming it. I waited and waited, but that dream never came true. Altair was truly gone, and then something inside me changed. I was no longer filled with sadness, but a different emotion. It was filled with hatred for those who took Altair away from me. And for this world, the world that robbed me of happiness with him, I will make everyone pay, and I will change the world. Then I learned about Mu. This was my chance to change the world. To accomplish that, I will need someone I could trust. If I wanted a confidant, it would only be one person. The matter wave version of Altair. I wanted Altair to see me dispel my sadness of losing him. And I wanted to be at Altair's side no matter what happened. I modified Altair's matter wave form for battle. And I implanted it with all of my knowledge. The end result is the man you see before you know. If there was a higher power at work, I would have never lost Altair to war. If I were a god, then I would have been able to bring him back. But you can't think. Enough of your words. But you can't think? What? I don't expect you to understand my regrets and frustrations. Hollow, finish him. I don't have time for this. What's happening? Lemu, what's wrong? Calm yourself. The hunk of junk is in a bad shape. Murr. It's dangerous here, Lady Vega. Please leave. You can no longer control Lemu. Lemu, stop it. Lady Vega. So it end up destroying itself then. Yo, you okay, kid? I think so. I can't believe I got blown back here. What happened to Lemu? Did he stop? Well, he's not going crazy, but he's still alive. He's one tough... Hollow. Is that? I saw what happened. He protected her with his own body. Lady Vega. It's okay. Don't talk, Hollow. My apologies. What are you saying? You just saved my life. My apologies. I still couldn't remember anything. You're still concerned with that? I could make your dream come true. I just wanted to tell you one thing that Alter knew. So I could thank you for giving me a chance at life. You don't have to thank me. I know that you are not Altair, but having you still brought me joy. I was happy to have you by my side. Hollow, if there really is a higher power, please, let me do this one thing for the one who gave me life. Let me talk to her like Altair used to. No, Hollow, don't leave me. Oh, there he goes. No, you can't. Hollow. Hollow, you always thought of me and trying to make me happy. I never really knew. I was disappointed when you couldn't hold Altair's memories, and you and I still worked together on many things. And suddenly you were the most precious thing I had in the world. You were part of me. Not again. I lost something precious to me again. Why me? That don't. Like what the? Exactly. Ease, don't. Am I hearing things? No, I can hear it too. Who's saying that? Please don't. Where's that coming from? Please don't cry, Vega. I can hear it in my head. Who are you? Please don't cry. What? Vegalita? 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 Huh? It can't be. Only one person called me that. No. It's me, Vegalita. Altair? Is that really you? I was called here by a prayer I heard. It was really strong. It was a really strong prayer. It passed through dimensions. Let Vegalita hear your voice. And that prayer, it had the same voice as my own. Could it have been Hollow? I'm sorry for leaving you, Vegalita. I never meant to make you sad. You don't know. You don't know how much I wanted to hear your voice again. Are we in some kind of dream? You know, I questioned that too. You're not the only one, Megasis. No, it's a miracle. Altair, please come back to me. I can't do that. But I promise that I will always watch over you. Always. Altair, I want you to promise me something, Vegalita. Don't try to play God with people's life. Why not? I'm doing it for you. I wanted you to remember what we once shared. We share love and happiness together, right? Yes, but that's because you changed me. Now with you gone, I understand, believe me. All of those tears blurred your view of the world, but now it's time to wipe those tears away. It's time for me to go now. Altair, don't leave me. Let me go with you. You shouldn't say things like that. The voice that called me here, he gave up his life so he could save yours, didn't he? Hollow? You have to live, not just for me, but for him as well. Altair, I only have one more favor to ask. Call my name. Vegalita. I love you, and now and forever. Altair. Farewell, Vegalita. Live a long and happy life. Altair! Altair! Altair. Did I only imagine his voice? No, you didn't. I heard it as well. You didn't imagine it. This is what happens. This is what a bond is. A bond. Yes, your bonds. The ones between you and Altair, and the one between you and Hollow. Those bonds are your power. Even if they're far away from you, your connection to them surpasses time and space. If that isn't link power, then I don't know what is. You know, I don't know what is either. Altair. Hollow. I have lost. Do whatever you want. Stay here, go back, do whatever you want. Just leave me. Fine, but I want to say something first. Live a long and happy life. What? It's what Altair said. By some miracle he came to tell you that. Don't let that miracle be in vain. Uh-oh. Crikey, this guy just doesn't give up. What the? Something's definitely wrong here. Moo is starting to fall out of the sky. What? He's still following the order I gave him. In a few minutes, Moo will crash into the earth, and then Moo and Moo itself would explode. What should we do? We have to destroy Moo before we crash. The earth should be safe if we do that. Gotcha. You get out of here. It's gonna get dangerous. And what would you do? I'm staying. I'm gonna destroy Moo, but just hurry up and go. And remember Altair's words. I'll be okay. Alright. If, when you get back from this, we have a lot to talk about. So you better make sure you come back. I will. Alrighty then. Now it's just you and me, kid. I'll tell you right now, I don't plan on going down with this rock. I'm with you on that. We got everyone waiting for us, so we got no choice but to stop Moo. Oh boy, that was quite a lot to take in. That's one way to say, I guess. No matter what happens, we gotta destroy Moo. He's on his last legs. We can take him. Yeah. Yeah. Pew. Eh? One more. It's no good. I guess that's why he's the god of EM waves. Moo. This guy just doesn't know when to quit. Mima, Gamma. That voice. Hey, Geo. Did I black out there? How the heck are we gonna stop that huge hunk of junk? I don't know, but we're not gonna give up. Oh, no. No power left. I must be losing it. I keep hearing things in my head. I guess this is the end. Mega. Hold on, I hear it too. Kid, your star carrier. Huh? Megaman. Is that? Megaman. Press? Megaman, can't you hear me? Are you there? We could hear your voice and your bravery. It was coming through the star carrier. The whole world's been listening to it. I asked someone at the TV station to help. Where's Mom? Where's Mom for this? Megaman is... Guess they don't want him to find out, I guess. Everyone banded together. I guess the precursor of ruin effect just left off, I guess. No one is scared anymore. No one's thinking of saving only themselves. You showed everyone how to be brave, and it's because you risk your life for everyone. We're all here waiting for you. You have to come back. Everyone in the world is waiting for you. You guys, you're always there. You're always giving me encouragement. It's always been you. You guys, you're the most important thing in my life. That's why I will protect you all. You can count on it. Power friendship. Moo. You did it. You did it, kid. You hear me? You did it. Huh? Yeah, but I used up all of my power. Well, we gotta get. How did it? It looks like the whole place is falling apart. It's got no power source anymore. Kid, you gotta get us out of here pronto. I know, but kid, forget it. I'm too weak. Come on, kid. You don't want to go down with this hunk of rock. Everyone's waiting for you, remember? Kid, Geo! I think I'm gonna black out. Sorry, everyone. I'm not going to make it back. I broke my promise to all of you. I'm so sorry. Dad. I wanted to be a little more like you. I fought the best that I could. That's what you would have done, isn't it, Dad? It's no good. I keep calling him, but I can't get through on his star carrier. Megaman, are you there? Ah, everyone look. It's the continent of Mu. It's falling apart. Geo is still up there. Megaman! Megaman! And the continent move is falling apart as well. Oh, look, there's a little light going on there. Is that Geo up there? It's the CMM news. We have an important announcement. The floating continent of Mu has broken up into pieces. Who has restored peace for the people of Earth? It's Megaman. Megaman has saved us all. He risked his life to save everyone. The world is in your debt, Blue Bomber. Use the word Blue Bomber. And here we are on the credits. So that ends this chapter, the final chapter before we go to the rest of the game. Such a good, it's such a good soundtrack for the for the credits as well. I probably didn't mention too much about Le Mood before. I actually like this adorable moments on the credits. So as you can see, there's this little tablet with Mega Man and surrounded by the by the boost, the little ghost. Adorable detail. But yeah, Lemu boss. A lot of people don't like the boss. I understand why they don't like the boss either. I think for me, like the most of the problem is actually the teleport, those teleport that shows up under the panels, and it deals just damage. It's just hard even to get to dodge. It does have some reminiscences of the very first boss. It actually has some reminiscences of like the first boss as well. It's like you have to damage first, sort of. Like you have to deal the shield first, and then it opens up so you can reveal his weakness. I guess is one way to say it. I don't know. And there you see another tablet with Geo holding up the shuriken. Of course, it's always going to be a little bit different if depending which version you're playing. But yeah, I think that's like my biggest critic with that boss. Other than that, it's actually a pretty cool boss overall. Man, this game is something. I would say, like, to put it everything all together. It's like they did some good things for it, like that lack on Starforce 1, but then it just takes 2 steps back. If it wasn't for like the many plot holes and the grammar problems of this game, not to mention the insane counter rate for this game, and not to mention the story is yeah, it's quite ridiculous. I like this tablet here too with Bodicus over here. Even Geo is bowing along with the people. What's up? Like this particular plot could have worked. It was just the execution is just like I don't know, because it's like the whole concept of content and move. It's like it's pretty much a reflection of the real world. Like there are even books about this ancient civilization that used to exist before it was tear apart, and they're saying all of these other civilizations like the ancient Egypt or the Mayans or the Incas, they used to be as one big continent, and they just got broken apart for what knows what reason. I like this little bit to it here. You see Megaman fighting Lamu. I actually like this. This is actually adorable credits here. It's like they went out of the way and actually given tablets of each of the the battles, the major battles. Hi KG and Afune. Soundtrack overall of the game is actually pretty good. Like there's some here hit and misses, but I want to say I remember Starforce 2 soundtrack more than Starforce 1. But I want to say Starforce 3 for me has I guess it's just that's a better OST. Like it's kind of hard because it's like SF2, SF3 actually has good OST overall. So it's like it's always a fight between the two, which one's better. Like a lot of people actually like the intro remix of Starforce 2 rather than Starforce 3. But like Starforce 3 feels a little bit more bombastic, I guess is one way to say it. I don't know. It's hard for me to say here. There we go. 78 star cards, 3 mega cards, 1 GA. I have a lot of work to do to get those mega cards. Oh boy. Look forward to that. Look forward to that. Da 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 da. As for the last area before you fight Lemu, I couldn't finish saying what I was trying to say because it's like I was just so focused on trying to dodge the Morines and drawing the whole stuff. But I would say I actually find that one a little bit more interesting overall. I just had a hard time. Like it's probably easier if you actually had a DS to do it and draw the lines and dodge everything. But yeah, let's see for it. Because I mean, we haven't seen Geo yet. Oh, It's all dark. I can't see a thing. Am I dead? Gio. Gio, can't you hear me? Dad? Is that you? You did a great job, son. You made your father very proud. Dad, I tried. I tried my best. I wanted to be like you, Dad. I know, Gio. But there's something you still have to do. You have to keep the promise you made. I know there are others that you care about, and I know they care about you too. If you don't go back, you're going to make a lot of people very sad. If you really care about them, you'll go back and make them happy, won't you? Yeah. Okay. Then get up. Then get up. You don't want to keep them all waiting. Good luck, Gio. I'll always be with you. Dad. Of course he saved them. Huh? Where am I? I thought I was on Mu, and then what happened? Now you wake up. You're pathetic. Solo, you saved me? I wouldn't say that. Your unconscious body was blocking my way. Okay. Come on now. So I just picked you up and brought you here. I see. Solo, your land, it's you think I'm sad just because I lost my land? Do I look weak to you? Mu is gone and I don't feel anything for it. Solo. Wait up. You're hurt. We should get you some help. Whatever. We should never have cross path. We don't get each other. This is where you belong. Being here makes me sick to my stomach. I'm out of here. Whatever you say, Solo. I belong here. Gio! You guys. Gio, are you hurt? Are you okay? Press. Sorry to worry you all. I'm fine. What a relief. I'm so glad. Press couldn't stop crying until she knew you were back. Her eyes are still all red and puffy. Yeah, and you were crying like a wild coyote. Well, I started to think that Gio wasn't going to come back. Now I'm crying again. Gio, you really did a awesome job. I'm gonna get you all the ginger beef you can eat. No, scratch that. I'm getting you a filet mignon. What is that? Filet mignon? I'll feed you a filet mignon till you burst. Gio, thanks for saving us. Thanks for saving the whole world. You really are a hero. I'm really glad you came back to us. Gio, there's something I wanted to say. What's that? Welcome home. Welcome home, Gio. Welcome back. It's good to have you back, Gio. Look at them. They all look so ugly when they cry like that. You guys. I just wanted to get I wanted to give up so many times, but when I picture your faces in my mind, it made me push myself to keep going for all of you. You gave me the strength I needed. Gio. Alright, we get it. Stop playing the pronoun game. All of you did. Fritz, Bud, Zach, Sonia. All of you. You all gave me strength. And you guys mean the whole world to me. Thanks, guys. Oh, and it's good to be home. The end. What about Mom, though? Wasn't Mom worried? Okay, so we're just gonna forget about Mom. After having all this huge calamity going on, you know, all of this problem, and it's like, what is continuity, anyways? No, I wanted to say. Oh my god, you're telling me I had to do that fight again? You hear that? Everyone actually said that. I think it was supposed to be Sonia, Zach, Bud, and Luna. But it looks like I had to do it again, because I should have a start on top of it. Yeah, I actually have to do that fight again. Ugh. I'm gonna do that next time. You know, one thing I did forget to mention during the credits actually was the villain Vega. Well, at least she's no king from Starforce 3, that's for sure. That's what I gotta say. I mean, I guess she actually had a purpose of why she wanted to do it, I suppose. Well, I guess this is where I'm gonna end it. And I I'm trying to, like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think here. All right, this is where I'm going to end it, guys. So next time on Megaman Starforce 2. Oh, good question. Where are we going to do it? I think we're going to start doing all the side quests from Echo Ridge, and depending how long that takes, we can start moving on from the other few areas. So with that being said, this is Misu saying, see you all later. Okay, take care.